brachial plexus. So we are having roots C5 and C6, which together will combine to form the upper trunk. The C7 will form the middle trunk. C8 and T1 both will combine to form lower trunk. This upper trunk is having an anterior division as well as a posterior division. Similarly, all the trunk is having an anterior division as well as posterior division. The posterior part of each posterior division will form the posterior chord. The anterior part of lower trunk form medial chord. So they will form the medial chord. The anterior divisions of upper and middle trunk together form the lateral chord. So this is a basic schematic representation of the brachial plexus. Now there are several branches which are arising from many regions. So we will go into detail in. Before that, the root is emerging between scalenus anterior and scalenus medius muscle. The trunk, it is located at posterior triangle of neck. The divisions, they are located before entering into axilla. The chords and the branches are the content of axilla. Okay, here you can see from C5 the dorsal scapular nerve is arising. It is supplying rhomboid muscles, both rhomboid major and rhomboid minor muscles, plus levator scapulae. These two muscles are supplied by this dorsal scapular nerve. Then you can see from C5, C6, C7, long thoracic nerve arises. This long thoracic nerve, it is also known as nerve of Bell. Nerve of Bell. From upper trunk, two branches arises. One is suprascapular nerve. This is a suprascapular nerve plus nerve to subclavius. Nerve to subclavius. C5 and C6. The lateral chord continues to form the musculocutaneous nerve. So this is musculocutaneous nerve. The medial chord continues to form the ulnar nerve. The median nerve is formed by the lateral chord as well as medial chord. The radial nerve is formed by the posterior chord. Now what are the branches of the medial chord? They are medial pectoral nerve, medial cutaneous nerve of arm, medial cutaneous nerve of forearm, then ulnar nerve and the medial root of median nerve. So this is medial pectoral nerve. This is medial cutaneous nerve of arm and medial cutaneous nerve of forearm. Now from the lateral cord, you are having lateral pectoral nerve. It is piercing clavipectoral fascia. From the posterior cord, you are having axillary nerve, superior. This axillary nerve is supplying deltoid muscle and teres minor muscle. So, upper subscapular nerve, it supplies upper part of subscapularis. Then there is thoracodorsal nerve, which is arising from posterior cord. It is supplying latissimus dorsi muscles. And we are having lower subscapular nerve, which is supplying lower part of subscapularis and teres major muscle. The humerus bone is related to three nerves. The neck part of humerus is related to axillary nerve. The spiral groove or radial groove, it is related with a radial nerve. Now behind medial epicondyle, we have ulnar nerve. Erb's point, it is the meeting point of six nerves, that is C5, C6 will meet and they will form anterior as well as posterior divisions. From this superior trunk, two nerve arises, suprascapular nerve and nerve to subclavius. So this meeting point is called Erb's point. Now what is Erb's palsy? If there is an injury to Erb's point, the causes are when you directly fall with your shoulder, on your shoulder, or it may be due to obstetric complication, that means related to pregnancy. In the Erb's palsy, what are the neurons which are affected? Remember the mnemonic SR man. S suprascapular nerve. This is supplying supraspinatus and infraspinatus muscles. So they will be affected. R radial nerve. So the muscles affected are brachioradialis, extensor carpi radialis longus, and the third muscle affected is supinator muscle. M4 musculocutaneous nerve. So the muscles affected are biceps, brachialis, but here the coracobrachialis, it is not affected. Why? Because it is supplied by C5, C6, C7. The C7 is intact. The C5 and C6 is only damaged. C7 is intact. So coracobrachialis is not affected. A for axillary nerve. It is supplying deltoid as well as teres minor muscles. So they are affected. Then at last N, that means nerve to subclavius. So these are the nerves and the muscles affected in Erb's paralysis. So this is a clinical picture. Here you can see his shoulder joint. It is adducted plus medially rotated. His elbow joint, it is extended, and forearm is pronated. This is also called Porter's tip or policeman's tip deformity. So next I will be discussing on Klumpke's paralysis. So what is the cause of this Klumpke's paralysis? It is due to lower trunk injury. That means C8 and T1. Now what is its cause? It is hyperabduction. As you can see in this figure, the person is hyperabducted. Now the effect is, so the affected nerves are median nerve and ulnar nerve. So the muscle of palm is paralyzed. So this deformity is called as claw hand. Here you can see there is extension of metacarpophalangeal joint. Extension of metacarpophalangeal joints and flexion of interphalangeal joints. Flexion of interphalangeal joints. If T1 sympathetic fiber is affected, it is called Horner's syndrome. Now there is a note. The division of brachial plexus, it will not give any branch. It was asked in 2019 AIMS exam. Our anterior compartment of arm, it is supplied by musculocutaneous nerve. Musculocutaneous nerve. That means coracobrachialis, brachialis, as well as biceps. The biceps is attached to radial tuberosity, whereas brachialis is attached to ulnar tuberosity. In our joints, the long head of biceps, they are intracapsular in upper limb. The popliteus muscle, They are intracapsular in lower limb. Our medial cutaneous nerve of arm and forearm, it is supplied by branch of medial cord of brachial plexus. The posterior cutaneous nerve of arm and forearm are supplied by radial nerve. Lateral cutaneous nerve of forearm, they are supplied by musculocutaneous nerve. Musculocutaneous nerve. The upper lateral cutaneous nerve of arm, it is supplied by branch from axillary nerve. This was asked in 2019 FMG exam. The lower lateral cutaneous nerve of arm, it is supplied by branch of radial nerve. If humerus fracture at the level of neck region, the nerve injured is axillary nerve. So the functions affected, the muscles affected are deltoid muscles and teres minor muscles, and there will be regimental badge anesthesia. That means loss of sensation over upper lateral aspect of arm, which is supplied by this nerve.